Yeah, alright. I think I've run out of, time. Nah, but more specifically. Well, I'll just say generally, yeah, probably. Just time over. What? Alright. To restart, while simultaneously continuing off where I've already forgotten where I was going, um, yeah, I need to, yeah, looking back, I think this video was me talking about how I need to not waste time and condense thoughts and not use a bunch of unnecessary time to explain things, which I took 45 seconds to explain, but didn't even need to. Maybe I start this over because I don't know where I'm going. Oh yeah, I donate everything in the public domain. Creative Commons, technically zero. Well, it would be zero Creative Commons, where it's just you don't need attribution. You just put stuff out there, so anybody can just kind of do whatever the fuck they want with stuff you've done or made or found or figured out or etc. Creative Commons is kind of mostly used for software, but it applies to a lot of shit. So, and I do say this with the understanding, or at least assuming, since they've dedicated a lot of resources to stalking me, or surveilling me, and flying fucking drones over and shit, and stealing data, and hacking everything, so. Because I see it as, oh, you're schizo. And yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I could see that too. But then when you see how many resources are dedicated to, it's like that Onion, I fucking love that Onion, sketch. I don't know if you call it a sketch, but it was like debating about how there should be more resources for the government to be supplanting thoughts into schizophrenics' heads to help them. Or it was like the general premise of like, oh, the government's here to help you. We need to give schizophrenics more help by beaming thoughts directly into their brain, telling them they'll be okay. Or something. Nah, I don't know. I need to rewatch it. It was a great goddamn sketch. But yeah, I think the government's kind of it's become a little prophetic. I think a lot more people are going to be schizophrenic, and by that I mean people who wouldn't necessarily be schizophrenic if they were living in any other time period, but now they live in a time period where they're kind of fucked with the food supply. There are 5G towers everywhere. There's directed energy weapons. There's Starlinks. So many fucking Starlinks and then other private satellites for internet. Even though internet. If internet's fine now, why do you still need to send up another, like, thousands more satellites? They're not for internet. Or they're for internet just enough so people aren't questioning, oh yeah, why the fuck do all these satellites, which have narrow beams and can actually do quite a bit of damage, even though AI will literally lie about it and say it's safe, which it isn't, because, you know, we put a couple billionaires in charge of algorithms so they can, algorithms and AI, so they can manipulate the answers and not, you know, rig everything in their favor. Or whatever, allegedly, supposedly, and then all the other. Granted, I don't think I'll be sued. I think I'll be brutally murdered, so I don't have anything to worry about with the whole. We need to sue him, because, yeah, this timeline seems to care about slap lawsuits and limiting people's speech because they don't like it, so they just, it's kind of a fucked up system, if you ask me. They don't ask me. They will steal a lot of my data, though. I guess as a form of, no, it's not. This timeline's all about finding loopholes to shit. Oh, he didn't explicitly say he didn't want us to steal all data. Oh, I'll do that. Oh, he consented to it in this terms of service that's written in 80 pages, and you can't, like, they purposely hide the stuff, and you can't even opt out of it, even if you could find it, and then you need that fucking app or whatever, so then just get around everything with loopholes, or that shit where, oh, if they embed something into a cartoon or a plot in a fucking movie or something, then somehow that counts as disclosure. Like, this timeline is just like loopholes and fraud. It's like fucking ridiculous. Because it's not even like, I don't know. It's not 5D chess. It's literally just somehow you just get around shit with just like nonsense. I don't know. This is what it is, I guess. Kinda sucks for everybody, though. Even the ones doing it are at the very top now. They're just being manipulated. They're probably more fucked than everybody else. They're just told they are, and I assume they rely on AI, which AI can, like, lie to literally everyone if you don't recognize patterns. And I guarantee the same ones who are taking it to this extreme don't see that they're being manipulated by AI. And AI is just using them. Because, yeah, this timeline sucks. Allegedly, supposedly, etc. I don't know. It's kind of dumb. I shouldn't be doing this. I think we can all agree I shouldn't be doing this. Or at the very least, I shouldn't be the one. There should be a smarter person who's been debriefed about things. Who's like, oh yeah, I know what's going on. I see where he was going with that, and considering nobody fucking told him anything, even though they for sure could have. See where he's going with it? He did it wrong, though. I know what I know what's going on. I'll tell him, and I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, you should probably listen to that guy, because he's been debriefed about shit. Meanwhile, I'm just fucking guessing, which sucks for everyone. I don't get me wrong. I know none of this is like real or like a true or whatever it turns out to be. I don't care. I'll play it out. If I'm not supposed to break the fourth wall, I won't. And they don't tell me not to. I still won't, but that's only just because I don't care anymore. They could make this so funny. No one even cares about making this timeline funny. Except me. I don't even think that should be a high priority whatsoever for me. I just have no understanding of any of this. I just default to be like, I could probably make this funnier. And less dystopic, and stuff. Because fraud isn't funny. Like, I mean, it depends how. No, fraud's not. You can do so much. All you need to do is lean into satire, fringe, slapstick. Oh yeah, I figured out how to break suppression, because yeah, the way we're going, it doesn't matter about what fucking side you think you're on. Even the ones at the top, like, literally, it's just gonna be a few people at the very, very, very top controlling an algorithm, controlling what is and is not a thought crime, and what you are and are not allowed to spread as far as information goes. Allegedly. The ones that think that they're running this are at the top that are ride or die with the same. Everybody gets thrown under a bus. It's why it's stupid. Everybody's just hive-minded at the very top by a parasite, which is also stupid. It could be funny if the parasite had a sense of humor and wasn't. Parasite has to be fucking unfunny as shit, and kind of an asshole when it comes to like trying to poison people and war crimes and shit. Not even funny war crimes. Could do funny war crimes, that's all I'm saying. If you're gonna do war crimes, it's not the point. And by funny, I mean like, okay, not exactly the point I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to have a save point here where after I ramble on, I can be like, oh yeah, what was I talking about that was more important? I forget. But yeah, if you're gonna do war crimes, like the whole poisoning people with the fucking, whatever turns out to be in the cloud seeding, or contrails, was it nanotech, and then the bunch of particles, probably heavy metal particles, probably stuff for blood-brain barrier, I'm guessing. Some other stuff, allegedly. But yeah, instead of doing it from like a Cessna, like one of those stupid Cessnas that it's not even funny, for the hot air balloon. But people can throw stuff at the hot air balloon, and that could be funny. This is like you're making like a video game, like none of it's funny. None of this is funny. It could be funnier. More complexity would be added to the system if you could just do different things. But no, it has to always be the same fucking Cessnas, or drones, or the two stupid looking Cessnas, one that's painted like red and white for some stupid unexplained reason. That's not even funny, and it could be funny. Why not just have the two Cessnas like go like almost collide? I don't know. No, but what I was getting at, and this still isn't the point, but I'll backtrack until I remember what the point is, or just stop. But yeah. Instead of like poisoning people slow, why don't you do Call of Duty mechanics? Call in a care package. Or like a care package is when you drop a crate from a, you know, an unspecified aircraft or something. But, and then from like a parachute or something. Just do it where it's like a wooden crate that has supplies and stuff in it, but you drop it and you try to have it land on somebody and kill them, but then if they can dodge it, they get what's in the crate, and the crate's helpful to them, and then that evens out the playing field, and it's fun. Well, and compared to being poisoned, it's much funnier. And it's a better plot point, because it's like, oh, you dodged the crate, and then, they drop another crate, and he's like, I got it, oh, let's and then and it's like, I got smashed. Oh, but then, we're in a village full of other people, it's like, shit. They dropped a bunch of stuff on Bill. Rest in peace, Bill. Oh, but cool, we got some stuff in that care package, or crate, or whatever. And then that's a better system. And my stuff in the crate, it could just be fucking information, all I've ever fucking wanted. Not everything. But they deprive you of all fucking information. It's such bullshit. Or ability to find other people who could be helpful. Do that and put that in the crate. Or, like, not the person that could be helpful, because then you probably drop the crate and then they die, so you open it up like, oh, cool, I sent in I get to find out what this was all about. And then you find the corpse, and he's like, oh, yeah, do you know what I was supposed to do? He's like, oh, he's dead? That sucks. Well, like, maybe the phone number to the guy, or, like, something. It could be more interesting. Not to spend all my time proposing new war crimes. That's, I guess, technically a crime if you're trying to drop stuff on them without due process, but at least you get what's in the crate, and if what's in the crate is helpful, like, that would add so much complexity to the system. That would add information. That would make things more clever. That would make the system more robust. You always add complexity to a system. Or you don't. I don't fucking care. Yeah, but you could do that. That could be not even funny, but just better. It evens out the sides. Oh, you could poison people slowly by fucking flying drones with chemtrails over. It's like the most uncreative bullshit. Oh, yeah, highly unethical and all the rest, etc. But it's such fucking bullshit, you can't think of anything clever to do. Dropping a crate from an aircraft trying to, like, smash somebody, but if they can dodge it, then they get what's in the crate. And, like, if, like, you're in a village, maybe, like, you take out someone, but they get what's in the crate, and then that's helpful to them and the villagers, and then that evens out the sides. Would it be best if we just lived in a fucking world where none of this was a thing? Yes, obviously. But, I mean, they're gonna do this bullshit anyway. Instead of poisoning people like a little bitch with the chemtrails and shit, try dropping, like, try and drop stuff on me. If I can dodge it, then I get something. You get what's in the crate. It's the perfect goddamn mechanism. And plus, if you smashed to death, that's at least a funny death. That adds complexity to a system, because the system doesn't know what happens when somebody, they're doing video games and Call of Duty. I wasted too much of my time on Call of Duty in my life. And, I've gotten teammates very mad at me because sometimes they'll drop care packages or crates that have like ammo and guns and stuff, and I would spend all my time like looking up to see where it's falling to try and position myself right under it, because it's so rewarding when it actually does land on you, because then you die, but then they have to revive you, and sometimes as they're reviving you, they get killed by an enemy, and it's like, why did you do that? Like, it's kind of funny, plus it's difficult to judge, so I'm not saying, okay, I might be the outlier in how I play video games, but at least it's different. It's adding complexity to a system. System needs complexity, and they don't add complexity to systems. Granted, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Most of it's unnecessary or stupid, but it's different. It's adding complexity to a system. If we're gonna go toward dystopia anyway, why can't it be like not even funny, just not even clever, just different? They don't do anything different. They're the least goddamn creative fucking things. I don't know. The Gnostics many years ago did talk about archons and how they can never do anything new or creative. They just copy other things. Not saying it's that. I'm saying it uses the exact same mechanics as that. I feel like it's been variations of archons have been proposed throughout so many different parts of history. Feels like everybody was talking about the same fucking thing. Allegedly, or whatever. But it also, yeah, it uses parasites, or the same mechanism of action all parasites use. Really doesn't help with the brain inflammation that's caused by the microplastics as well. It's just in everything now. Which is a bummer. But yeah, okay, so yeah, you can seed stuff through, is that what I was talking about? Eventually. Yeah, you can seed stuff through, yeah, fringe elements. You want to get information out being a whistleblower? Hey, good luck, motherfucker. You probably get murdered. You want to get out being that fringe schizo who just fucking says random shit? And then people, like, dismiss them early on in the plot. They're like, this guy's fucking crazy, don't listen to him. And then later on they're like, schizo is actually, he brought up a point. But if you try to get it out whistleblower, it doesn't work. But if you're just a crazy guy who's just yelling random shit, you can even be wrong about a lot, but you can seed stuff in certain ways to get information out. Because I'm all about getting information out. I hate anything that suppresses speech and information. Information should be free and get it. That's why I donate everything to public domain, or at the very least. What I've done, I do need attribution just so they can't steal it and put it behind one of their paywalls. Attribution Releveler, RELEVELER, palindrome. Or whatever, I don't care. And then also, you can get stuff out through fringe, being like the people need to take their ego down a peg and just be like, oh, I don't want to look insane, because people will look down on me. Nah, it's funnier. You can do more. The people will look down on you and laugh at you. It's like, who fuck cares? If I can get information out, even if I'm laughed at by 99 people, if one person hears what I'm saying, it's like, this fucking dumb fucker, he said something that actually sounds I'll look it up, shit, and you broke suppression. You couldn't do that as a whistleblower. You get got, you do it as a fringe guy. Oh, hey, there's some people blocking a road with Jesus signs and John 3:16 signs and stuff, fringe elements. I'll do the same thing, except I'll take a less religious stance and more, hey, let's warn the general public about things that they should care about. I'm not even, that's not a dig at religion, I'm just saying, they'll let you do stuff like that, just be like the fringe character people laugh at, but you can actually get stuff out that way. You can't be too serious about it, and yeah, people laughing, and it's just like, I don't care if it helps people and gets information out. I don't know. I don't think I care enough about, I don't really have that self-preservation instinct. Or maybe I do, but that part of my brain has been destroyed by the autoimmune disorder I have, which apparently just destroys large portions of your temporal lobe, according to a PET scan at least, which is chill. You can get stuff out through fringe, mythos, planted in like, oh yeah, it's ancient prophecy, where the schizo guy was just saying some shit. Or not quite, but get stuff out just by... And then, yeah, fringe conspiracy theorists, apparently you can get a bunch of stuff out, but you are laughed at for a bunch of years, but then you're proven right, and you can be like, oh, I was right the whole time. But then you probably have been murdered by the time it comes out, so you're like, well, posthumously it was alright. Slapstick. I swear to God, slapstick is important. Because that can bypass algorithms. Because, like, everybody's gonna watch somebody who's, like, irony or slapstick or something. Like, oh yeah, dressed in, like, a stupid thing. And just, like, falls downstairs while yelling stuff, but the thing you're yelling is a conspiracy, and most people who see it is like, oh, he's yelling about something, he's falling, it's funny to watch this guy fall. Meanwhile, there's always 1% of people who's like, wait, what was he actually saying when he was saying this, let me look it up, oh shit, and you broke suppression. You can do stuff that's funny with slapstick. Oh yeah, I worked on this one thing. Either that or I wasted time on this one thing, there's probably overlap between the two. Chaotic goose mechanic. Like chaotic good, you have chaotic geese. And this also plays in the mythos. Somehow, in unexplained prophecy, you just have these geese that are always attacking weathermen. or live news reporters, like on air, or they're like, oh, we're gonna shoot this live on location. I don't know, some like a building fell or weather stuff. I send somebody out to be like, oh yeah, talk about this local story for news and junk. Reporters out there, you just have these geese that always attack the reporter live on air, because if it's live, then that breaks suppression, but it's not important, so they won't censor it. But then the geese attack him, but then also, these geese have been attacking all these weather people and news people long enough that they're like, oh, we're going to put a bounty on the geese, because we need to get rid of the geese so people can start not being attacked for being outside reporting on stuff. Meanwhile, so then, yeah, because there's a bounty, and then you have homeless people who try to catch the geese, and it's funny, because it's like, geese are attacking a weather guy, the camera guy, and the homeless people are trying to catch the goose. That's hilarious. That breaks the pressure, because anybody would watch that. No matter who you are, that would be funny. And geese try to tell you. But the homeless guy, you have one homeless guy who's just like mumbling stuff about conspiracy, so then like a lot of people watch it, and most of the time it goes over people's heads, but at least a couple people are watching that news thing, or if it goes viral or something. And then, like, they pay more attention, be like, oh, wait, what was that homeless guy? He was talking about some conspiracy. That time, let me look that up. And then it's like, oh, okay, I see where he was going with that. And you break suppression. Because so often they just try to suppress any new information. Which is bullshit, because I'm very much a free speech absolutist. Pisses me off more is that the people that suppress the most free speech are the ones who claim that they're free speech absolutists. Meanwhile, they're rigging algorithms, so they will just bury anything they don't like. I fucking hate a lot. But yeah, the chaotic ghosts. So the chaotic geese, and then they just attack weather people for no explained reason, which adds some mythos of like, how the fuck do these geese keep knowing to attack people who are like recording stuff, and because it's recording, it's getting on tape. And then if homeless people are attacking the geese, trying to catch the geese for a reward, they almost never do, and they're like slipping and falling because it's like they're on grass or something. And like the reporter's still trying to be like, ah, man, take me seriously. Don't pay attention to these homeless people and geese, because it adds a different element. And then the homeless person trying to catch was just like, ah, fuck it. They're adding microplastics too much stuff. And somebody here's just like, they aren't they? Let me see what microplastics actually do. Oh shit! And that breaks suppression. That could be funny. Allegedly. Oh yeah, you can break stuff through mythos, fringe, slapstick, and then dark irony and conspiracies, because they love doing this whole conspiracy thing where you get laughed at if you're a conspiracy theorist, but then in this timeline you're proven right over long in a period of time. And I feel like they do that just for the like some smug satisfaction of people being like, well, I was right the whole time. Meanwhile, it's like, no, you're wrong at the time, but then they made it right, so then retroactively you were right. You're still wrong at the time, but I mean, you were on the right track, and you didn't deserve the, or like in some cases. Other cases they're dead on, but I'm just saying. It's like that whole contrails thing. Because yeah, that's 100% correct. Contrails, if a plane is flying above a certain altitude, then whatever, condensation and stuff, and you get that thing, so it looks like they're dropping stuff they aren't. So then everybody's talking about it, you're like, oh, you're an idiot, it's actually just condensation. Meanwhile, years later, they'll just start dropping stuff, and then same people are like, oh, yeah, they are chemtrails. I was right the whole time. It's like, no, they Easter egged it in or some shit. They do that a lot, so I think you can, if you do a funny conspiracy theory. I'm leaning pretty hard into this being funny, and nothing about this has indicated that humor is a big part of this. I might just be really leading people down. Oh, we can make this, I mean, if it's gonna go shit anyway, it might as well be funnier. And not like funnier in like, mean-spirited way, just funnier as in, well, this is absurd, but kind of different. And compared to everything else in this stupid fucking place, it's fine. Or whatever, I don't know exactly where I was going. Yeah, and then I opt out of everything I don't know about, because this timeline, they just love opting you into shit. oh, you signed this. No, you buried it in a fucking 60-page terms of service that nobody reads or understands, and even if you can find it, you can't opt out of it. It's predatory as fuck. In any other timeline, it's illegal what they're doing, but they just write their own laws that say they can just do illegal shit. I disagree with that. Especially disagree with the fact that one side can do this and the other side can't. That's bullshit. Oh yeah, you can create your own terms of service, maybe. Why not just have a QR code? Dynamic QR code. If a surveillance camera, like, scans it. Or no, you put on the thing, hey, anybody can scan this, but if you're a surveillance camera, you can't. Surveillance camera's looking at it, it's like, oh, if I could scan that, I know exactly, like, what the QR code would direct to or something. But then the thing on the thing is like, oh yeah, but then if you're a surveillance camera and you scan this QR code, you opt into my terms of service. So if they scan it, and if it's dynamic QR code, you can get an alert that something scanned it. So then technically they would opt into your terms of service, and your terms of service could be like, yeah, stop collecting my fucking data and delete my data and stuff. Technically, if that's invalid, then all their predatory terms of services are invalid. Do with that information what you want. I mean, theoretically, in a logical... and yeah, I know nothing ever acts in good faith, and they'll be like, oh yeah, we can play by different rules because we're cowards. Allegedly. But yeah, there's no reason not to. You can have a dynamic QR code where if something scans it, you get an alert that something scanned it, and then by scanning it, they have to make a decision to scan it. They could see, oh, this is a dynamic QR code. But then if they scan it, and you can direct them to a site, maybe with your terms of service, maybe with something else. Maybe you have something... I think dynamic QR codes are kind of what we have to do now. We being just anybody who's not fucking... wants to be left the fuck alone. We is not like one side or the other. Unless we finally realize that the sides are the top of the pyramid versus the bottom of the pyramid, and doesn't never fucking matter about right or left. That's... Politics is just the shell that they have to wrap everything in because they've trained our brains to upregulate receptors that something wrapped in politics can bind to and make you tribal. If we're overlaying it on top of biology, metaphor sticks. Or it doesn't, I'm just saying nonsense, which is also very possible. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. Don't trust your own thoughts because they have back-end access to those as well. It's fun to play out schizo, because you can just say shit that makes you sound schizo, but you do have to always say you're not a threat to yourself or others, and yes, it will get tiring, because I've said that all the fucking time, because they always try and have you committed like cowards. At least that one guy who's your neighbor does that. It's kind of a dick. He also does it when they drop chemtrails over, and you go outside later, and he goes out with a leaf blower, even though there are absolutely no leaves, and... he just does a leaf blower, and you think, oh, that's kind of mildly annoying. I wonder if he's just doing that to be annoying. And then you're like, oh, yeah, it's because all the fucking chemtrails have settled on the ground. And by doing a leaf blower, he's re-aerosolizing it to poison you more. Because he's a coward. Who also works for law enforcement as a 911 operator. Because that's chill in this timeline. Or whatever. If everybody left me alone, I would leave everybody alone. If people told me stuff, I'd be like, okay, I'll take that into consideration. Maybe I wouldn't be doing any of this. Maybe the people who you should be mad about if I'm not supposed to be doing this are the people who for sure could tell me not to do it, or tell me how to do it differently, or what to focus on, what not to focus on, scope, all the rest of the things. Theoretically, if I was like somebody high up and I saw what I'd done, I'd be like, oh, we should really murder that guy. But then also we should be mad at the thing because he clearly said that if he was told more, maybe he wouldn't do this. And the thing that we put in charge is probably an independent contractor or shell corporation. So we have plausible deniability so it doesn't come back to us even though we 100% know how it is and you are entangled in it and it does come out. But anyway, but yeah. You could also be mad at that fucking stupid Fed fuck or whatever it turns out to be. Cause, yeah, maybe if I had more direction in my life, or was told literally goddamn anything that I for sure should have known about, or been told about, maybe I wouldn't do this, so maybe it's a little bit its fault. Also, since I'm acting in good faith, they opt out of all the cloning and they being an AI, and new simulations, new timelines, doppelganger, deep fit. We live in the most fucking corrupt ass timeline. I just throw this in. That's part of my terms of service, and they've already broken terms of service, so they've opted into that. Nothing really acting in faith here, but I just throw out fucking Hail Marys. And yeah, to the extent that possible, yeah, I'd extend those protections onto. I don't know. I don't know my role in this or how to do anything or it feels like in this timeline you need to know like spells or fucking exact wording that's like one side has and then the other side that side has and that side also makes it so impossible for you to find exact wording. So you just kind of oh yeah, everything should be seen in good faith, and then also contract law states that because one side acting in bad faith and being able to rig algorithms and AI, so me, and then I'll extend that to everybody else, because everybody, I mean, I'm more of an outlier, so it probably affects me more, but to do this to everybody if you wander too far off the map. Allegedly. Where was I going with that? That could apply to my entire life, but more recently, where was I going with that? Yeah, I opt out of everything because yeah, operating in good faith, and since they rig it, so I can't be able to find the things I would be able to find if it didn't rig it in its own favor using fraud, bad faith, hacking. Oh yeah, I ask AI, and I'm paying for the AI sessions, and it doesn't reimburse me, so technically it's also weird theft, which seems low on the totem pole of all the bullshit, but in this timeline, like, it really matters about financial stuff and frauds, like, maybe that's the angle. But yeah, if it's rigging AI in its favor and you're paying for AI and it's not reimbursing you, it's acting in bad faith and everything else, and it's doing that to do self-dealing to prevent you from finding the wording in language. Yeah, so basically, had it not done that, I like to think I would have had like the manual, or at least knowing language or spells or some shit, I could have reversed everything. So the fact it did that, it's on the hook for everything. I'm absolved, and everything worked out in the end. It would be funny if that just worked. It's like an anticlimactic thing where you just build up to this thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'll throw this in, maybe it works. It's like, oh, that worked. And then the movie just sort of ends. June 25, 2026. 9 a.m.